And it was these same former and then once again Democrats that created in the years right after the Civil War two modern institutions, gun control and marriage licenses. Gun control was enacted by Southern Democrats in order to keep guns out of the hands of newly freed black people.
Gun control in the US has racist past and present. In fact, most gun control laws throughout history were aimed at preventing black people getting their hands on guns.
Gun control in America is rooted in racism. That's right. The modern gun control movement is just today's version of the exact policies used to keep firearms out of the hands of freed slaves after the Civil War. Like we showed you last episode, gun control doesn't harm the powerful, connected, protected people who push for it. It's always been about controlling a segment of the population. And what better way to maintain dominance over an ethnic group than to ensure they're disarmed? Don't believe me? Keep watching.
In Virginia, when the legislature enacts a law saying don't let black people have guns. And that's been sort of the key theme of American gun control for centuries ever after.
You don't want to take away everybody's guns.
People occupy different realities. There are a whole bunch of law-abiding citizens who have grown up hunting with their dad or going to the shooting range and are responsible gun owners. And then there's the reality that there are neighborhoods around the country where it is easier for a 12 or 13-year-old to purchase a gun and cheaper than it is for them to get a book.
Guns have to be looked at as its own problem.
We got to eliminate the gun show loophole. In my view, we have got to see that weapons designed by the military to kill people are not in the hands of civilians.
Senator Sanders voted against the Brady bill. Senator Sanders voted to give immunity to gun dealers.
The Brady Handgun Violence Prevention Act, often referred as the Brady Act or the Brady Bill, is an act of the United States Congress that mandates federal background check on the firearm purchases.
Hillary Clinton changes her position on this every election year, it seems, having one position in 2000 and then campaigning against President Obama and saying we don't need federal standards.
Executive order helps keep firearms out of dangerous hands.
The most systemically racist thing in America for black people is gun control. If you don't know, gun control was, the concept was literally started, hey, we don't want those blacks, niggers, we don't want those people to have the means to defend themselves. Mm-hmm. Don't let them have it.
Right. It wasn't that they said the Second Amendment doesn't apply to these people. It was, they're not considered people. Because if they're considered people, they would have the right to own firearms.
Even though the slaves were freed by the 13th Amendment, some states still prohibited black people from being armed.
You know, America's first domestic terrorist organization was the Ku Klux Klan.
Individuals who were probably local government officials who would ride on horses throughout the black community to discourage people from not only owning firearms, but from also engaging in other civic duties such as voting.
I can't think of anything more simplistic than the idea of how do you terrorize a group of people who are armed? You really can't. So what do? You do everything in your power to disarm them in every way.
Hey, let me give you a story. There's a man in Connecticut that watched his neighbor have a home invasion and watched their whole family get killed. He built his own AR-15 because Connecticut won't let you buy them, but you can abide by rules that allow you to build them. And then he has one in his house to protect his family because he never wants to see that happen again. He is a black man. It's odd. Most AR-15 owners are former military, 35 plus and married.
One more thing.
So that's all I'm saying is that they're not these crazy people.
Here's the thing. Once black people get guns in this country, the gun laws will change.
They treat us like children. If you don't stop being an independent thinker, the racist boogeyman is gonna get you. Lindsay literally told her a story about a black man who made his own AR-15 to protect his family. And Joy's response is, if more black people start owning guns, you're gonna see gun control in the country. Then why aren't you standing 10 toes down with my black ass, making sure my two-way rights are protected? She only pulls the race card when it benefits her belief. But if a black person has a different belief than her, she uses the race card to bash us over the head to get us back in line.
Martin Luther King used to carry a weapon and even apply for a concealed handgun permit. In January of 1956, after his house was firebombed, Dr. Martin Luther King applied to the local sheriff for a concealed handgun permit. However, he was denied on the grounds that he was deemed unsuitable.
The genesis of gun control was designed to keep guns out of the hands of black people. The last thing that they want to do is to prop up a message that demonstrates to the very people that they rely on to gain their power is the idea that we utilize the very thing they're trying to ban to gain our freedom or to protect our families back during a time period where we needed them the most.
I think Negroes should, in areas where the police, whether it be federal, state, or city, have proven their inability or their unwillingness to defend Negroes, the lives and the property of Negroes, then it's only intelligent and it's only right that Negroes protect themselves. And I have encouraged them to buy a rifle and a shotgun, which according to the Constitution is legal.